What's up? Welcome to the Virzi Triplet Show. Today we've got comedian and icon Leah Lamarr in the building.
Hello, hi.
You actually can say you're an icon.
I know, isn't that so fun?
Well, I'm not that, so I can't say it. But
yeah, it's really fun.
you get to brag about it and shit. That's pretty dope. You should probably give context. Icon of the Clubhouse app.
No, just icon. You can
Okay,
just
well then
scratch
we'll go with
it.
it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was trying to give you props. Mitchell's like,
No, I heard.
that app that
No, you
got
got to bring her back down.
I know. I heard Mitchell try to knock it down. It was a neg of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Listen,
Is Clubhouse still a thing?
I haven't used it in over a year, so I don't think so.
Oh.
Well, I think a lot of the, I know X or Twitter now does I think a lot of the apps adjusted to it. So.
I think live audio is still a thing, but since the world went back to normal,
Yeah.
it was never going to be the same
Yeah.
after the pandemic.
So you got while the getting was good.
I got while the getting was good.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
And the getting was good.
Nice.
Really? Nice.
You got the blue check before you had to pay for it.
It was crazy.
That's how you know you're legit.
I know. Sometimes I'll email people and just write verified in September 2021.
That's
Just letting you know it was free.
That is a flex.
It is a flex.
It is a flex because we've tried to get verified on Twitter, or not Twitter, on Instagram, and we can't verify. We can't even pay for the verification on Instagram because our account doesn't match our IDs because it's the triplets.
Because it's 3 people.
Yes. We took a picture and sent in all 3 of our IDs to be like, no, we're triplets. And they're like, we don't give a shit.
That is unbelievably funny.
Yeah. They wouldn't even take our $15 a month to get a stupid ass blue check mark.
That's crazy.
I know,
Because there are people with less than 500 followers that have blue check marks.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
we could use it for our individual and seem cool on our individual with 10 pictures on our individual pages, but for the group page, no, we don't have it, unfortunately. So
Okay. Well, maybe we should just keep it moving.
I think a blue check now is not as I've seen
It just doesn't matter anymore.
No,
it doesn't matter. Now that you know people can pay for them, it's like, who cares?
But I still knee jerk. I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, oh no, never mind. You're not. You're not important.
When you realize someone paid for it, you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm moving on. Thank you.
Well, because if you look through your story, people who view your stories are like your thing, and they have the blue check mark. It's like, oh, it's someone. Oh, it's just.
It's a fake out.
Yeah, it's just my friend Steve that was trying to get pussed by having a blue check mark.
Just some random Brazilian that paid for it, and
It was like when Raya suddenly opened up to just everyone.
Yeah.
Well, they still have me on the wait list.
He
won't.
He cannot get accepted in Raya.
Do you have a referral? Maybe. Do you know any? Why is that funny? Why is that funny?
It was just open to everyone except you. I think there was a ban specifically on you.
She's like, they let everybody in, not you.
Well, don't they? First, I probably have more credits than half those people, which is annoying.
This is hilarious.
You know what's crazy is I don't think Raya wants someone from The Floor is Lava on their app.
Harry Jousey's from The Floor is Lava.
Yeah, they'd rather have 50 DJs on there.
Yeah, you haven't given enough women HPV.
Yeah, I guess not. I haven't given
need
them
to
anything.
spread it more.
Yeah, just have them send in their sheets from the doctor.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Did you meet your husband on one of the apps? Or
No, I met him in real life.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, it's an app. Have you guys heard of it?
Real
You
life.
guys can actually
in
do
real
that?
life. Yeah.
You could touch him? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was actually crazy. We met in Ibiza. I was gonna say Ibiza, but I feel like everyone in America gives you so much shit when
That's
you say
how
that.
I would have.
But when you are in the UK, if you say Ibiza, people are like, "Oh, you did uncultured swine."
Yeah.
So now I'm just caught between two worlds. But we met in Ibiza.
Yeah.
I went on a work trip. No one really works in
Being
Ibiza.
an icon.
If I mean, oops. No, I went on a work trip there. It was like a NFT thing. Don't ask further questions, Your Honor. And on the trip, I was kind of like tuck and rolling out of a breakup.
Okay.
Sure.
So I was pretty miserable.
Yeah.
And then 3 days into the trip, I was staying on this villa and a mutual friend of someone else. Why are you guys smiling like that?
I was going to say, it sounds familiar.
When I have a breakup, it's like I'm in my room, I'm wallowing.
And I'm like,
and
I'm
you're
in
like,
Ibiza.
I'm in a villa. I'm just like so miserable. I'm in a villa in Ibiza. Ibiza, yeah.
I've never felt like more of a white woman in my life.
Yeah.
I'm like, this just sounds like the most millennial rom-com ever, where it's like, I'm on a work trip in Ibiza, and I just totally was wallowing through a relationship, got dumped. When I'm going through a breakup, I'm
I go to
shoving,
Europe immediately.
I'm shoving a McNuggets in my face with a froyo, but you're in Ibiza, so
Yeah, she was like describing the plot from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
yeah, pretty much.
So tell us more about your horrible time in Ibiza.
Yeah, how we met my husband, just the love of my life.
Yeah.
So I'm in Ibiza. I'm on this villa. just the cliff notes again.
Not in it. She's on it.
Yeah,
everybody.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it. I just want to hurt everyone's feelings. So we get on there. I'm on the villa. I'm miserable. My friend who invited me out there was like, "Oh, my mate Adam is coming. He's Jewish. You're gonna love him. I'm gonna push you guys together." And
Yeah.
I was like, Dude, it's kind of anti-Semitic to assume all Jews are going to like each other just because we're Jewish.
Yeah. Do you think that is a thing though, that like the Jews want to get with other Jews, or is
then-
it just like I get whether she's doing where it's like kind of stereotyping you, where it's like, oh, we have common ground. Sure,
But that's it,
but
right?
if you're Italian, I see it's not like, oh, hey, you're Italian. Why don't you, fuck?
Yeah. It was like a little annoying. But then he showed me his photo and I was like, push us together. It's
there you
anti-Semitic
go.
for us not to be together.
Yeah.
And then he came that night. So we met through this mutual friend who invited him to the villa. And then
Where?
the villa, and
Oh,
then in Ibiza. And then, so everyone who's watching this, I'm so sorry. I just want to let you know, I apologize. I'm not a horrible monster.
Yeah, get hateable right off the beginning.
I'm just not a monster, but I am not a horrible monster.
Sure.
And then from the first moment I saw him, I just knew.
Well,
Yeah.
We both, he knew immediately. It took me like 72 hours,
To like,
but it took him less than a second.
did you have like a spark or something? What was the feeling of love?
So I've had love at first sight before.
Yeah.
I've seen someone, and we both had that mutual magnet attraction. I'm sure everyone here has had it.
Yeah.
But
it's the issue with my cock raises.
yes, that's what it is. It's lust at first sight.
of course.
Where you go, ooh, what's that? You're like,
Yeah.
why am I wet?
Yeah.
I'm sure that happens for men.
Thank you.
You're like, well, okay, why did I pee myself seeing this woman? Yeah. I just imagine men getting wet. That seems fun for me.
Sometimes it does, because if I get a little
Pre-cum.
dribble out of it, yeah.
Dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I say your butthole gets wet, and that
No.
has happened.
Oh.
Not,
Swamp ass. It's
Yeah.
swamp
Yeah.
ass.
I'm not conditioned that way.
I once dated a guy who had swamp ass. I've come a long way.
Every guy has swamp ass.
What?
They just don't. They just don't admit it to you.
Yeah. Always. Guys have a lot of things they don't tell girls.
I'm about to have
Like,
a panic attack.
one thing that guys never tell girls is that every time after we've had sex, within the next couple of days, I will always find one of your hairs in my butt crack.
Always.
Always. In the shower, it'll just be like, you'll just start pulling it out.
But this isn't swamp ass. And if my
True.
and also if my DNA isn't there, I've done something wrong.
That is
That's
also
also
true.
It's like
Marking a
the,
territory.
it's
Because
like-
if you have sex with another girl after me, I want her to be like, who is she? After
Yeah.
she spreads open your ass cheeks.
Just 4 dingleberries attached to
Yeah,
it as well.
that's
It's like when you
exactly
go
what
to like they have it like in San Luis Obispo, Europe. You put the gum on the wall, like, oh, that's my piece right there. Yep,
Well, in Ibiza, they do it
Ibiza.
differently.
Now,
But okay,
Let
so
her finish.
but sorry. Well, they do have. Everybody does. It's not mud butt.
yeah.
But swamp ass, it is. There's a lot of humidity going on down there, especially if it's in the summer. It sticks to the sun.
knows.
In
She's
California,
got it.
not so much, but I'm saying
Anyway,
every guy has it. Anyway,
let her
sorry.
finish her story. Jesus.
Sorry.
No, I loved hearing about mud butt.
Every
Very
girl's
not.
favorite
Yeah,
topic.
you know what? I'm learning something on this podcast.
Yeah.
That's new. I've
Yeah.
never learned anything on a podcast
No.
before.
Well.
So thank you so much for that. Of
course.
The word of the day, mud butt.
Mud butt.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like every other guy I've just had this lust attraction to.
Yeah.
And then it just burns out real quick.
Yes.
But with him, when I saw him, it was a different version of the feeling, which was just that, like, oh, there you are.
Yeah.
So you knew. Like a
I just-
discovery.
It was like, oh, there he is.
That's the one.
That was it. It was just like an overwhelming feeling of like, I already know this person.
Yeah.
And he saw me, and he was just like, if he fell over,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
saw
he
her-
needed a fainting couch. It was just
I
game
saw her
over.
on Clubhouse.
Kissed your
I
hand
know.
as you. Yeah.
Well, you know what was great is that he had no idea who I was. Not that anyone knows, but I'm just saying,
No.
like, he had no context. And fuck you. And then, and he'd never seen me do stand up.
Okay.
I won't date anyone. Like, I won't date a fan, if that
True.
makes
No,
sense.
you,
A lot of male comics do, so I'll just let you keep
I was gonna say I would never date a fan either, but
because you don't have any.
you
Or
have fun with it. No. Do you know how many gay Brazilian dudes send us their butthole after the show?
He would
Mud
never,
butt?
hold on,
Mud butthole?
Not a mud
Yeah.
butt.
Yes.
No, Alex would never date a fan, but he would fuck one.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay, that's fair.
I was going to say that nicely, but yes.
No, you
I
don't
think
have to be
there's-
nice around me.
There's difference. There's a difference between a fan and someone who thinks you're funny. Like there's a pretty distinct difference.
Yeah.
A fan
But
is
I
someone
don't-
who believes in your potential.
Yeah, no, I don't want someone who's seen me perform
Agreed.
in a big stage
Yeah.
and then think I'm this like big star or whatever it is. Because I'm not, am I right? Yeah. Again, wow. Okay, now I see why you get the ladies. All right, you were right.
Oh,
You were
yeah,
right.
Told you.
Yeah, no, I was like, I'd rather someone just meet me as a human
Of course.
Yes.
and then go from there.
Yeah, I've pretty much abandoned all the dating apps, and I'm just doing it all natural. You know, like just organically.
Just raw dogging it.
And it's
Yeah.
no,
brave
no,
soul.
No,
Following women home.
Well, how else are you supposed to get the
staring
number?
through their
Yeah.
window. You know, the usual stuff. Now, when obviously, like
That was you?
What? Yeah. Had to make sure you were getting here.
Yeah, that's it.
No. Usually, like when in movies when there's like that, like when two people are love at first sight, there's like that this magic moment plays.
Yeah.
Now, when two Jews look at each other for love at first sight, is it just like Haja Nakida?
Yeah.
Does it
No,
go-
I think both of our stomachs hurt immediately.
Okay, yeah, it's immediate complaint.
Yeah. Yeah. Our noses grew even more and just touched in the middle.
That's how you guys met.
Yeah.
It's just
We didn't even have
formed a
sex.
heart,
We just,
just-
Exactly.
Is there like a song or like obviously there's some euphoria if that recognition of knowing someone, but is there was there something that played in your head? Was there a song like?
No, can you imagine I don't live inside of a movie?
I feel like looking back, if you had to
No.
score it,
How many
Yeah.
cliches?
How many cliches?
Yeah, they're just going through all the cliches.
Well, we don't
Songs
know what
here.
love is. I
Did
was
you
gonna pull
feel?
up
Did
the
you feel
Anchorman.
the thunderbolt? Like people when they see there's a love
ruined
at
it.
first
You
sight.
lost me. You
ruined
lost
it.
me. You
I
had
was
it.
just setting her up with a song to describe her falling in love.
It's called
and you're
setting
like,
up a punchline for her.
Oh, okay.
We were
Sorry.
giving a gift. We were giving her a chance to set up a punchline, and then you,
Jeff, you want to sub in?
Yeah. No, I'm all right.
Sorry,
Yeah,
go ahead.
We'll skip this joke. Move on.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll move on. I got a question for you,
Yeah.
completely unrelated.
I'm listening.
Why do women not drink water?
I can't stop forgetting to drink water.
How is
I'm
that possible?
dehydrated at all possible moments. I don't know.
Because you came in here and you're like, I need a water bottle. I haven't drank water the entire day. And I'm like, how is that possible?
I'm just not good at self-care, I think. Are all women like this or just me?
it seems to be a
100%.
very common trend between almost all women.
Yeah.
That they,
Because you didn't forget.
I wake up and have a coffee. I don't
Yes,
forget
not
coffee.
water. That's the thing. You don't
And
forget
I
coffee.
immediately dehydrate myself
Yes.
upon waking. I set myself up for failure first thing in the morning.
So when you do feel dehydrated,
Yeah.
what instead of being like, I should drink some water, what is the other thought? Are you like,
I
more
thought, I
coffee?
think, oh no, can someone come help me get water?
it's immediately just like,
I go into immediate, damsel in
Damsel in
distress.
distress. Oh,
Can
that's
someone go
hilarious.
to the well, please? Can someone fetch me a bucket of water?
Because there is like, you get your coffee in the morning and then, whatever people put on makeup or brush their teeth, where there literally is water when you're brushing your teeth.
Yeah, but
That's
why would I
bad
drink
water,
that
yeah.
water? Yeah.
Okay.
Tap water? No. I'd rather not have any water than drink tap water.
okay, that's a better argument.
I sound like a horrible person.
No.
From everything I've said so far in this podcast.
Just wait till we start talking.
You ever
a
see
little
those divorce cases where the wife is like, I'm just accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and that's their argument for more money.
Oof, it's a good one though.
That seems
more.
like
He's saying that's what you are. That's what he.
I got it.
Some of
And
the
that's why I'm
arguments.
agreeing
Yeah,
with these
yeah.
women.
uh,
I'd like to be on Divorce Row in the Palisades one day.
oh, that'd be amazing.
I got my house through a divorce. Let's fucking go.
That's sick. That's a lot of our aunts.
Yeah.
A lot of our aunts were
And
like
the
that.
Palisades
Very.
as well.
Are there twins or triplets in your family?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're triplets. Our cousins are twins, and then
Wait,
they're
you guys are triplets?
I don't. Maybe.
Maybe.
What? Okay, go on.
our cousins are twin, and then their younger brother just had twins.
All boys.
So
But
it's
we
pretty
don't-
much all boys. Yeah.
It's only from our hometown. It's not from. Like, I know that sounds dumb.
What's your hometown?
Simi Valley?
Okay, lol.
Exactly. They had and Simi Valley is like notorious because they had like a Rocketdyne nuclear kind of spill
In the 50s.
in the 50s.
yeah.
And none of our other relatives anywhere. We have some in Cleveland, North Carolina, all over.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a live action Minions right now.
We kind of are shaped like minions for sure.
You're just like
Oh, banana.
you're made from a nuclear reactor
A little
waste.
bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Our first home was actually up in those mountains.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like
Lilac Lane.
you might have superpowers?
Yeah, Sean's superpowers, he knows how to disappoint every
you know, I
every
knew you were
woman
gonna
he's
say
close
that.
with.
We know how to immediately get under people's skins and annoy them. I think. I don't know if that's a superpower.
It's like brotherly
Is
superpower.
is
They
arguing
can turn
it-
anything into an
yeah, I
argument.
was going to say, is arguing a superpower?
So are you guys married? That's so crazy.
Yeah.
no,
not
no
even
lucky
close.
ladies on that front.
yeah.
Well,
It'll
is
be
there-
weird when that
since
happens.
since you found your first love.
Yeah.
Right. You had that first love moment. Is there something that would help a guy like find their first love? Like, is there?
Wait.
something you would-
My first love was 100 years ago. Do you mean the person I
Sorry,
married?
the person
The
you
love of-
married.
the love of her
Yeah,
life.
The
my-
love of your life.
The love of my life. Go
Is
on.
there any tips you would give guys to help them find their potential love of their life? Because right now there's a bunch of like fresh fit podcasts and shit where it's like, you need a high value
Well, you see
woman
how
with
she
a
was
low
about
body
to start
count.
Okay,
talking?
go to a,
That's
a
so-
villa in Ibiza. That's what
Literally,
them.
yeah, just get some rich friends. And it's funny because it's like there's nothing you can do. You'll just meet the right person at the right time. So
maybe.
sorry, that was probably not a message of hope.
No,
but
that I mean, if you would like, nobody really thinks they're gonna find it
What, you said 3 days after you got dumped or something like that?
No. I mean, we were at a nightclub that night, Pasha, which is notoriously the loudest nightclub in the world.
Loving the great place for a
I
date.
don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, I'm not fun.
Neither do
And
I.
here I am in a nightclub in Spain having a horrible time. I'm jet lagged, whatever. My husband comes over and he's like, would you like these earplugs? And I was like, I'm gonna fucking marry this guy.
That's actually very sweet.
He's a very thoughtful person. And I think that kind of sets him above the rest. I mean, when you come from LA and go anywhere else, it's pretty
true.
easy.
That's true. Basic decency is like treated like royalty, pretty much.
It's crazy.
Yeah, LA's a pretty toxic dating environment for sure.
Yeah, we add to that.
That's
I would agree.
No. You add to that.
No, I'm a guy.
I'm not even trying to start an argument, but Alex is not currently trying to seriously date.
You do give me the most toxic of the three energy.
Hold on, but I'm nothing.
You'd be wrong. It is Sean.
It's Sean. I'm the
Really?
most.
Wait, Sean,
Did you not hear the story?
I
Yeah, I heard the story, but you're the only one who was dating someone consistently. For
I
a while.
go
No, I had-
right under the radar.
Yeah,
Mitchell was. I was dating somebody for a while.
And then?
She moved back to New York, and we just decided that it wasn't going to be a long-term thing. It just was not going to work out. We had
Yeah.
a lot of differences.
Another one, that
long-term.
The other
that would not
girl
work out.
that he was
I can tell you that.
dating, she didn't really have a much of, I won't say personality, but
I'm the best communicator and the most direct.
Not true.
Well, I would say definitely the most direct.
Yeah. And I'm also very brutally honest. I don't try to
I agree with that.
lead it on.
We did talk about it on the last podcast. We won't bring it up too much, but he did tell one of his girlfriends that she was getting fat.
You know, that could be considered
No, no,
thoughtful
no,
in
no.
some countries, like
Thank you.
Iran. But I think,
I didn't tell her she was getting fat. I said she did get fat.
yeah.
There's a difference.
Oh,
See,
you
my-
waited like a nice guy.
See, my husband does the opposite, which is fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I feel fat. And he's like, babe, you're perfect just the way you are, no matter how you are. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You just don't want me to leave you.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
it's working. You think I could come back to LA looking like this and still get a man? No.
He's
You're
thoughtful.
right.
He's thoughtful.
He's thinking ahead.
I don't think most girls would agree with that, though.
With what?
I think most girls would immediately be like, "Oh, I know you're lying to me. Fuck that shit."
yeah.
Okay.
That's what she just.
That's what I just said.
Are you guys not?
You're not
listening?
a
No,
good
I'm
listener.
listening.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, I had a point I was going to make.
You guys have cut her off like 3 times when she tries to stalk you guys.
I was.
See, I
agreeing
know
with you.
I listen to women. That's what I usually do, and then I tell them, "Hey, you've got." No, yeah,
I had a
it's-
point. I forgot my point.
Yeah,
I'll say if I met a lady and she offered me earplugs, I would marry her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think,
are
and
they for when she talks?
Yes. Exactly.
I think, you know what's crazy is I recently did hear a clip and I said to my husband, can you turn that off? The sound is so annoying. He goes, that is your voice.
Yikes.
I was like, wow, I hate the sound of my own voice. That's
Yeah.
bad.
Well, that laugh too.
It's and then the three of you laugh maliciously together. Listen, Lord Farquaad.
Get him.
That was good.
Get him.
Okay, so bad.
Now we both don't want to laugh.
We get Lord Farquaad.
Oh no, I'll go on. Yes, but
And we get thumbs from
Yeah.
Spy Kids a lot.
oh, I don't know thumbs, but now I
let
do.
me pull them up.
They're-
You'll immediately.
They're pretty
agree with the
accurate.
reference.
It's accurate.
That's cute.
Yeah, boys, keep the
And
conversation
when we
going.
were more bold, Buzz Lightyear.
Oh wait, yeah, you guys got hair transplants,
We did.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
it wasn't
actually-
in Turkey.
No, it wasn't.
This
We did
is
it
a
every-
thumb.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kids.
yeah, that definitely checks out.
Yeah.
The camera. It's,
I would say 100% correct.
Yeah.
no, it's
No
100%.
flaws, no
Yeah.
notes, no flaws.
This is the 3 of us on stage, actually.
Lined up.
That's so funny.
We did get hair
We
transplants.
did get
here.
hair transplants.
Where'd you go?
We did in
Beverly
Beverly
Hills.
Hills.
Fucking idiots.
Which
I
this
know.
was before the TikTok revolution, where it's on every other TikTok. They
I did it.
and pre-pandemic.
And they weren't even going to do it. Well, they were like interested. I was the one that was like, I went and had a consultation, like did it old fashioned way, like, yeah, whatever. And then the guy who had it.
Wait, what's the new fashion way?
I don't know.
TikTok? Like they just have referrals from TikTok. I actually had to go in and check the place out.
Oh, you didn't get influenced. You met
No.
the doctor.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. Right? Yeah, I met
Yikes.
the doctor.
Yeah.
And the doctor, he's great. He's had 2 hair transplants. He did to himself.
Yeah.
And he had.
He looks
people do-
legit.
But he was like, camera ready, perfect. Like looking at him, hairline, everything. If you like see over the hairline, one of the most bald people I've ever met.
Yeah.
And
Shout
I'm like,
out-
this guy's fucking got it going on. That's it.
Shout out Dr. Ben Talai.
Oh, I've heard of
Fabian.
Ben Talai.
Yeah.
But I thought
Have
it
you?
was Ben Telly or Talei.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
He parties with Scott Disick and the Kardashians. He's
awesome.
Yeah, he's
awesome.
a beast.
Anyways, but this is also
Did
like
you guys get like a 3-for-1 deal?
Yes.
we got discounts. Yeah.
Well, it was not discounted much. We still paid
was
13
some.
grand each relative to the turkey price.
Wow.
That was the discount.
God damn.
Hey, I'll pay that
Worth it.
to not be short and bold. If you saw
That's fair.
Sean's before photo, it was like terrifying.
When I got on the plane from London back to LA, I swear to God, I love flights coming back to Los Angeles because it's all of the craziest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
This guy gets on the flight, like it flustered, carrying like 8 bags. They're all designer. Like he just went on a shopping spree.
Yeah.
His face is covered. He looks like he's in whiteface. It's covered in sunscreen. And
colonial
and
facing?
his head is fucking bleeding.
Oh, really?
He just got a hair transplant or like plugs. He's like dripping from his head. He's like, "Is it too late to get first class?" And they were like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay." And he just went to the absolute backseat of the plane.
Oh God, that guy's going through it.
I'm like, he's a legend. I'm like, of course he's coming back to fucking LA.
That's gonna be very hard. With the itchiness is the worst part about it. Yeah. It doesn't hurt.
It's like wearing a weave.
What did you guys look like before?
Not too bad.
You can find you should find the photo.
His before picture's pretty bad.
Do you have any celebrity sightings at LAX ever, or when you're at an airport?
I haven't seen anyone at an airport.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I just fly private so much that I just don't ever. No, I've never seen.
We met.
Who'd you meet?
We met DMX one time at the airport. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah, and he
X gonna
did-
give it to him.
And he's the only person I've ever met that bought shoes at the airport. He bought
7 pairs.
He
of
bought
shoes.
7 pairs of shoes at the airport, and
Go
then
on.
he was
I
delaying.
almost just spit my coffee out on this microphone.
He delayed his flight because he was trying to throw out all of the shoe boxes because he didn't have bags for the shoes. So he was throwing shoe boxes into this trash can.
That's incredible.
And Mitchell nervously goes up to him and goes,
Oh, I fangirled so hard.
"Hi, Mr. X."
I'm like, I just want to say I'm a big fan. He's like, oh, thanks, man.
Take the shoebox, get it out of here, throw it away.
That is
so
one
funny.
on my list where that is like, there's not a lot of celebrities I would fangirl over, and he's one of them.
I will say we went to Vegas about a month ago, and John Hamm was on our Southwest flight to Vegas.
John Hamm flies Southwest.
To
Yes,
Vegas, I guess.
to Vegas.
I mean, what
I guess
He
that's
did have a
fair.
car that was like when he pulled up, the guy was the guy and
It was on the
driver.
tarmac.
Yeah,
He
pretty
was
much.
also in the C boarding group.
I did. He did have a window seat that was not at the front of the plane. It was more in the middle of the plane.
Wow,
I think
that's-
Alex peed next to him.
I did pee next to him at the urinal, and I wanted to look at his dick.
I guess the strike is just taking a toll on some people. Yeah.
I wanted to look at his dick because he has a legendary, supposedly just an insanely comically large dick.
How have I not heard about this?
I'm sure it's a Google search.
I've met John Hamm,
Oh, really?
but I didn't know anything about his dick.
Yeah, apparently he's got a big old honking one.
It's probably better that you don't, so that you weren't distracted. You could actually like enjoy it and talk to him, and not be like, "Wow, what sort of Gila
You
monster
know,
are you
like
packing in
Alex
those?"
is.
You know
right
what's crazy? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That you know how women are just distracted by looking at men's penises all the time.
Well, if it's like obnoxiously big,
If someone says they've got a 15-incher in there, you kind of want to.
I just need you to take it out quickly.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just
well, he had it out. That was the worst part.
In the urinal, you have that chance.
It was
to look
teasing me.
And
at
then
the
what
urinal.
happened?
I didn't look at it.
Was it one of the?
I was.
You
scared.
respected.
I was scared to. I could have done like the early zip and like down and turn, but I didn't do it.
But the other thing is that he could have been a grower, not a shower.
And
So you
that's
might have been
true.
disappointed.
Well, that's the other thing. And I'm
I
like,
feel like he's a shower and a grower.
that's what I'm
probably
saying.
both. He could be
I'm
both.
saying he's
Some
probably
guys have it all.
he just has a trunk down there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like we run into celebrities every time we go to the airport.
Yeah, Burbank is.
DMX, John Hamm, Terrell Owens.
There's been other ones too. I can't remember.
Yeah, we've
Been a couple girls we walked by. One of the Nelk boys.
girls we walked by.
Yeah, so just some women.
Women,
No, no, no.
are celebrities.
We never
Cool,
talk.
cool.
We never approched them. We're not like Mitchell's the only time he fangirled.
DMX,
The
Oh, I had
longest
to.
story was about John Hamm and his dick, too.
He's got a legendary dick.
Well, there's definitely certain ways. I mean, not that you would, but there's in the urinal. If you have the full barricade, like sometimes there's a hole in it, you could get a look. Not that you want to.
That's a glory hole. What you're talking about.
No, it's like a gap, like a screw in a gap.
Wait. What?
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
what
sorry.
are you talking
usually-
about right now? What the fuck
He's
is
talking
going
about
on?
ways to cheat the partitions in the urinals. There are ways, yeah. Why? Why do you know that? Because somebody wants to look at John Hamm's cock. That's a one
You
time.
just-
and
you
I've been
just hear a
pissing in
drill
urinals
going
my
through the
entire
wall.
life.
It's like shacks. Like you have to.
You don't. I'm gonna be honest. A 15-inch dick should be in a museum. Shouldn't be on a person.
True. I
Agreed.
believe.
That's not something that feels good.
Yeah, that's why the Getty keeps calling me.
Rasputin has
I
his.
knew that was coming.
Rasputin has
kidding.
his
don't know who
cock
that
in a
is.
jar. Rasputin.
Oh,
Rasputin.
Rasputin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Who is
Oh,
that?
I thought you meant like
He's
ancient
like
Russia.
like
Rasputin.
in
that
that's
one,
yeah,
that's what he's talking
Rasputin,
about.
sorry.
Apparently
In
he's-
Russia, he's like a famous womanizer, and they literally have his. He had like a 13-inch cock, and
Well,
they have
yeah.
it in a jar.
You said you
You
said
have it in a jar.
In a jar.
You know,
Wait.
it's true.
You know a lot about how to find a cock.
Yeah. Wait. How do you guys know so much about other men's dicks?
When you have it, you
or,
just kind
or
of.
if you have it, yeah, you're pro dick.
Why am I? I'm not on the streets much these days, huh? Not
No.
hearing about anything.
No. Well, you've got
we've
yours
been-
locked up.
We've
I
been
know.
in Los Angeles too long, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you also said it. You instead of saying Rasputin, you said Rasputin,
like
which
the song.
which sounds like a fucking Canadian tire worker.
Rasputin. I don't know. I was
Sounds
just
like
going
a-
off the song.
Did you just make a Lady Gaga song?
No,
No.
it's a song.
It's an
It's a
internet
TikTok
song.
song. Yeah.
Very
you ever heard
obscure
it? It was on
No.
Just Dance.
It's actually a good
she's
song.
been,
It is a
she's
good
been on
Just Dance is
Clubhouse.
a Lady
not
Gaga song.
No, the game Just Dance. There's
It's
a
got the
video
same-
I'm done.
it's got
I'm
the
done
same
here. I'm fucking done with
We're
this.
not on the same wavelength.
No.
here.
How long is
Oh.
it? How long? It's
Also
been
here.
Oh God.
under 30 minutes.
This is balding me.
Oh fuck! I'm so glad you got the hair transplant.
Yeah, that's
Oh, hold on, you.
Bro.
I have a camera. Right
No, I
here.
know.
Wow.
But it went to share option.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it was pretty
yeah,
bad.
it was pretty bad.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'll find my.
Did you
find my
have you
pre-op
gotten any work
photo.
done? Is that rude?
I'd
ask
like
a lady?
to.
Oh, you liked it? Okay.
Yeah. No, this is definitely. This is why I know a lot of people get work done in Turkey.
Yeah.
I know
everybody.
multiple girls who've gotten their noses done in Turkey.
100%.
I've also heard some horror stories.
Yeah.
Which keep me from wanting to do that.
That's why we paid the extra money because I'm like, at least if we're going to Beverly Hills, like they're not going to mess it up. Like they deal with actors in like the top.
Well, even if they
celebs.
did, at least you'd be here to heal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that was also part of it. It was like during COVID, so like we couldn't really like fly internationally.
Yeah. I loved when everyone was just like rolling the dice.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take a $100 flight to
Fuck yeah.
Paris
I
right
should
now
have taken
because
more advantage of
yeah,
it. That would have been.
I
the
know,
way.
me too. I was such a little bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I'm gonna die if someone coughs on me.
Yeah. No, we were very confident we weren't going to die or anything.
No.
We didn't care about that.
And that's a white man thing.
I just think it's an ignorant thing for me. I have no fear of like death on that front unless there's like a snake in front of me. But like other than that, I don't.
Did you guys get OG COVID?
I did. Yes. We got it before it got here.
Yeah, they got it.
I got it too. I got it in 2018.
Oh, that
Yeah.
might be a little early.
I'm telling you, I brought it to America.
2018. Was that December? You're the wet market bat. Is-
I am, yeah, and that's just in my pussy. But I feel like I got really sick in 2018.
Was that the end of 2018? Like
I don't know. Just let me have my thing.
They got
It
it.
actually was.
yeah, because we got it. I got something that it just knocked me out for like a
2
week.
months. Oh, I was out
2
for
months?
2 months.
Oh, shit.
I was bedridden for 2 months. Isn't that crazy?
That might not be COVID. That sounds like something else.
She refused
No,
to
it's
drink
COVID.
water.
Yeah.
They just stay in bed the whole time.
She's like, you're just dehydrated.
Yeah.
That's all. You just need to drink
The
water.
doctor was like, "Have you had a sip of water in the last year?" I'm like, "No."
no, I got the OG one. I got it January 2020.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where were you?
January 6th, 2020. We got it.
Oh wow.
No, I got it.
It appears that triplets are at the forefront of this movement.
We're helping
No.
each other up the wall.
This job I was working at. We had a lot of international people, especially during the winters. All the international people would come out.
What job were you doing?
I was working at a vineyard.
You made it sound like you were an escort.
Oh no, not that. I wish I could escort.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. No, I was working at a vineyard, so we got like a lot of international people.
Yeah.
And like me and like 3 of my coworkers got the OG strain, and we were all like, "What is it like?" Because I had a fever for like 2 straight weeks. I was like sweating at night, all the symptoms.
Wow.
And then like afterwards, like 3 months later, they shut everything down. I'm like, that had to have been what it was. There was no other thing it could have been.
You got
This is so crazy because I am the most paranoid person of all time. So crazy with
Jim,
stuff.
paranoid? What?
What? Me? No. And so when I heard about COVID in February, and they were like, "Oh, definitely not going to come to America. We got this. Don't worry." I was like, "It's coming to America tomorrow." Like I just knew, and it was my first time featuring on the road.
Oh.
I went out with Ben Glebe,
Oh, nice.
and we went to Canada, and all the news was breaking, and everyone's like, "Stop! You're going to be fine." It's fine. I got an N95 mask
Oh, gosh.
right before they all sold out. I was wearing them on the plane. I brought one for Ben. He thought it was a joke. He wore it as an eye mask.
Yeah.
And who got COVID and who didn't?
Ben didn't get it.
Yeah, no, I didn't get COVID. I didn't get COVID for like 2 years.
What do you?
Oh, you got the late one. You got the late.
I got like Delta, Omicron or
yeah.
whatever.
What
Yeah.
do you think of people that are still double and triple masking?
I just feel like maybe they ate ass and they don't want to let us smell their breath.
Well,
Because we saw someone today at the diner we went to this morning that had a bandana and then 2 masks on under the
It's
bandana.
just so crazy.
Yeah, it's
Well,
aggressive.
it's also like you're gonna take it off to eat.
It's also like the people who wear their mask in their car alone.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, what is it like to be a virgin? I'd love to know.
Yeah, there's one that I saw. This'll give insight to that. This was my pre-op. If you're on the topic of
It's such
virgin,
an awful. No, to explain the picture, he
Yeah, what's
So,
happening
yeah,
there?
so-
You look like a 1920s like
so
flapper girl.
what I would do
Yeah.
with my hair is I would grow out one side really, really long, and I would just flop it over.
Oh, the comb over.
So
This
this
was
was
them
like
And how is that different from what you have right now?
it's not, but I just
not.
have more in the middle.
Fair.
So
I have to.
I-
There's a spot I have to hide on mine.
Okay.
It's like right up here.
So are you going to get another hair transplant?
I would.
We would do it
I would get
100%.
one tomorrow if I could.
if there's something lined up where if we do this one gig, we're immediately going there after.
That is unbelievable.
We're all going to Turkey.
How bad does it hurt?
Not at
No,
all.
no, they numb you.
It's just itching.
It looks gnarly. Well, I could show you pictures.
No, I saw on the plane.
Yeah.
Back to
Oh
LA.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks worse.
I saw
than
his
it is.
bleeding head.
We'll see. Hopefully in March, I would like to get another one. If,
I don't
if we're
regret-
not doing a show, we would like to do it in March.
The last long-term girlfriend I had, I picked up while my head was bleeding. Our first date, I had to wear a
Wow.
hat.
She loved you at rock bottom. She was the
did, she
keeper.
did.
She was the keeper. Yeah.
Her rock bottom, not his.
Yeah, exactly.
It was her wrong bottom, probably. But no, I had to wear a hat on the date because my hair was so bloody. And then the first time we hooked up, I was like gonna fuck her with the hat on, and she's like, "Just take the hat off. It can't be that bad." And then we did it. I'm like, "Oh."
And then you never saw her again.
And then she's like,
No,
put the
don't-
pants
That's-
back on, please.
fucking with a hat on is like fucking with with a shirt on.
During COVID, I fucked a guy wearing a hazmat suit. I was wearing the hazmat suit.
No,
Are
you
you
did
serious?
not.
I had COVID.
Interesting.
No, you did
I
not.
swear on my life.
In a hazmat suit?
I have a photo of it because he took a picture and sent it to me.
Now, was that just like? Is that
I
like,
was wearing a hazmat suit. I had 2 masks on, and then I cut a hole in the crotch of the hazmat suit.
No, you didn't.
I swear on my life.
I don't believe
I
that.
swear on my life.
I mean, I've been horny, but Jesus Christ, that's.
That's pretty.
Would you not see a human for a year?
He was like, I don't care. Just come here.
Yeah. Why? What excuse does he have?
He's an idiot.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like, is a hazmat suit going to stop a guy from?
No, it was just
getting laid?
hilarious.
It's hilarious. No, it is hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, I have it. I might
It's
as well.
It's like
I'm gonna-
fucking an Among Us character.
Yeah, it was too funny not to. I had 2 masks on, and I opened the window, and I
Gotta make
just
sure you get
like
the task done.
yeah. We didn't kiss. I just got like fucked like a prostitute, basically.
Yeah, that if anything would make that
Now,
way.
I'm going to ask the gentleman here. Would you trade?
Yep. What?
Would you trade having sex with a girl, knowing she's sick, and taking that risk, and getting a cold,
What
or
kind
just not
of
fucking?
sick is she?
Mentally ill, because that's every girl.
Well, that's
in LA.
everybody.
Yeah.
Let's go with
The pool's real small.
let's go with the flu. If a girl has the flu and wants to hook up, knowing you're going to get the flu, would you still hook up with her?
Yeah.
Well, how do I know I would get the flu? My immune system's pretty sick, dude.
Oh God, white man.
You're a white woman. I don't get sick.
No,
very
but
often.
I'm not a man.
That's
Fair
true.
enough.
So you,
That we know of.
would you take that risk?
Okay, then it gets down to how hot
Yes.
is a girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes.
She's hot.
Yeah.
Jeffy.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
I
that's also-
won't go if your roommate is sick.
First off,
Oh,
you went.
you're just hypochondriac?
Yeah, 100%.
You went over. You went there in your suit. He didn't come to you in the suit.
Yeah, because I was the one who was sick,
Did
not him.
Did
But he
was it-
didn't care.
Did he,
didn't care.
put a
That's
rubber
why
on?
guys have to be like that.
Is that
Because women are like that.
Yeah.
You know? They're like, I'm paranoid, I'm sick, and we're like, we don't care. I'll wear.
I'll fuck you in a hazmat
Yeah.
suit.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I wore a mask on my face, but Raw Dog did.
But Raw Dog
Yeah,
did?
we had safe sex in that I had a mask on my face.
Hell
Leah,
yeah.
that makes no fucking sense.
Well, you-
Not
you-
what part of the story was supposed to make sense?
I guess that's fair enough.
Yeah, you have
also,
to pick
at
one
that
form
point,
of
if you're
protection.
hitting it raw, you might as well just fucking.
It does make cleanup a little easier.
Yeah, he
shoot
didn't get
wherever.
COVID, but he did get HPV.
Perfect. That's a good trade-off.
yeah.
Now, if you're
Honestly,
in a
back to-
hazmat suit, I'm talking. If you're in a hat, well, we keep stepping over each other.
Well,
No bueno.
you just said well like 3 times,
Well,
so I thought you didn't know what to
finishing my
say, so I was going
Where
to
Leah's
finish
water is in the well.
Callback. Is foreplay or oral required at that point? Is that a?
She's in a hazmat suit.
Yeah, putting on the suit is the foreplay.
I can't answer any more questions, Your Honor.
Honestly, fair enough. It's honestly like role playing, so it kind of works.
It was, except
Like,
for it
hey,
was psychotic.
Like, hey,
Completely psychotic.
you just saved all the people from Chernobyl, and I'm here to give you the give you a
Give you
reward.
your present.
The scepter of cum.
Scepter of cum.
That's what I call my dick.
I call mine a goozuka, if that makes you feel better.
I've never wished I was gay more than right now in this moment.
I call
Do it. Tag it.
I call mine my meat ferret.
Jeff, what do you call your dick?
I don't have a name for my penis.
Do you have a name for your
Lame.
husband? Do you have you named your husband's penis?
Mine.
Simple enough.
That's fair. There are girls that will name.
I don't have a
Well,
name
girls
for
always.
his
Do you name?
dick.
Have you named your car?
Yes.
What's the car's name?
Sheila.
Helga. Mine's Helga.
I feel like every girl names their car. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, she's just like a nice, reliable lady.
Okay. You
You
drive
know?
like a Honda or something?
Yeah, that's exactly correct. That's exactly
Honda,
correct.
too.
Yeah, she's a sweet old girl.
Every
yeah,
girl
she
I've
get you
met.
from point A to point B. Real
What a
fast.
sweet lady.
What a sweet lady.
I this is going to come out next week, so I wanted to ask you, what do you think of No Nut November? Do you know what No Nut November is?
It sounds like you're not coming,
Yeah,
or
you
you're
know-
not having oat milk. Which one is it?
It's both. There's No Shave November, which is guys just don't shave and they
Yeah.
grow out their ugly beards, or there's No Nut November.
Look, I think these guys who do semen retention are fucking out of their minds. I think it's just so weird to me. Like, can you just, if you have that much trouble focusing, get on Adderall. Like,
Not a bad point.
Some of us do
you're-
it involuntarily.
oh, I'm sorry, God jerked you off in your sleep.
I know, sorry.
Yeah, well,
No, I
that
don't.
is, but that is, if ever there was a sign to not do it, it's when you have a wet dream and it's literally your body being like, you need to get this cum out of here. Your cum is a hoarder.
I feel like for men, it's just like you just sometimes need to get rid of the.
You have
got
to.
it.
You have
whatever's
to
in
Clean the
there.
pipes.
You can't have
I-
sperm that are squatters.
I
you know what
will
mean?
say,
So gross to me.
I have gone 101 days without doing it.
Do you want a fucking trophy?
I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
it's
101 is a weird number because now all I can think about are Dalmatians.
Dalmatians.
And I don't like
And-
it.
I was going to say it was one for each Dalmatian.
Yeah.
He didn't do the sequel though.
no.
That was also
He
that's,
come on every spot.
that's also his pickup line is, hey, I haven't come in 101 days. I don't know if you're into that type of thing, but
That also explains why you dressed up as a Dalmatian this year.
I did dress up. So I usually go for the fun. I usually dress like just girls have like the basic costumes like cat, just something easy to figure.
Yeah, girls always have basic.
Well, a lot of girls have like the go-to.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
we're going out for the night.
we like to speak in
No.
generalizations and stereotypes.
Yeah, I'm
about
realizing
women.
it. Yeah,
Said the girl that said all white men.
yeah. I'm going as a witch. What? Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, so I usually
West
pick an
Hollywood.
easy costume, and this year I'm a Dalmatian, which is a great costume. I just
And
had to-
Wow.
who's
That-
going as Cruella?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
interesting
didn't
point.
do
I didn't-
couples costumes this year.
well, we're not.
You guys don't go as the same.
No, I don't think we ever have.
I don't think we've
We do have
ever
a-
we do have a
dressed
costume.
up-
We have a Halloween show coming up that we could do same costumes.
We're gonna dress as minions to the Halloween costume show.
I fucking called it.
we should. Honestly.
my older brother's been suggesting it.
That's
for
absolutely a
all month.
missed opportunity if you don't.
When we argue, it does sound like the minions arguing. It does sound like
It's overpowering.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I had to kind of try and settle us down a little bit.
Yeah.
Get riled
So
up.
far, I don't think we've really had one.
But we're open to suggestions for group costumes.
For fights.
I think
Oh.
Minions was probably.
Fights too.
I don't know. Minion is just so good.
It is.
Minions good. I mean, the knee jerk that we've always gotten is like,
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
yeah, the
Mo, Larry,
chipmunks.
Smurfs.
Yeah, the
Smurf.
the
Oompa
Smurfs.
Loompas.
We
Yeah.
could do-
What if you flipped it on its head and went as Charlie's Angels?
We could do that.
Nice. That would be good.
We could.
Didn't
I
they
like
make
the
a-
idea.
Why? Yes. I felt like there was a butt in there.
I feel like that is also the next iteration of the movie where we go, hey, it's Charlie's Angels, but they're haven't gotten on the hormones yet, kind of thing. Like
Are you
that
saying like
situation.
It's like, yeah, well, yeah.
like a trans Charlie's Angels?
Like cross, yeah, it could be because they're looking for new ways to do these sequels, like the Ocean's 8.
I just don't know why they can't think of more creative IP.
You would think.
You would think.
It's
yeah.
like how about instead of remaking the classics, we just make a new movie?
Boomers. Boomers are the exact reason why they don't. Because
Boomers like the comfort of knowing something they're familiar with.
Yeah.
But don't they all hate the remakes anyway?
yes.
So
No, they hate art, but they also love things that they're comfortable with,
Yes.
which is why they all eat at chains.
I was just about to say they eat at food chains they know, and then when a new restaurant opens up, they're like, "Oh yeah, why would I go there? TGI Friday sucks, but I know it." And then
so
place
by the
goes
time
up.
Gen Z or Boomers, McDonald's is gonna be out of business.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, but that
They might reboot it and make it cool again, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
They're already
Like
kind
make a play place in it for adults.
that'd be
Yeah.
fun.
That
They
would
did.
be
They
like-
did try to
Oh,
do that. They
It's just a rave, and everyone's like wearing. There are like a bunch of leather daddies there,
Yep.
stripper poles.
It's modeled after a villa in Ibiza. No, well, McDonald's already kind of is doing that with like the new like wrapper meals that they're doing. Like
What are they doing?
this is like Sweeties.
I haven't had McDonald's in 15 years.
Well, you're not missing
fantastic.
much.
You're missing
Yeah.
a lot. It's really good.
They
McDonald's
know
are
everything
delicious.
about McDonald's.
But no, they've been doing like they've been collabing with like
Travis
major
Scott
artists.
and-
Yeah, they have like a Travis Scott meal, a J Balvin meal, and it's like their version of what they
Bad
get from
Bunny
McDonald's.
meal.
Yeah, it's dumb, but they're trying to get hip and cool with it. I was also going to say, have you seen that video of somebody taking a McDonald's, like a Big Mac, and then they pour molten lava over it, and it doesn't disintegrate? It's a new video. Has anybody seen it?
This is why I don't eat McDonald's.
Why? Who?
I don't
who
know if
has
it's real.
molten lava?
Well, they went to a.
why do they stood outside of a
No, they were at a
volcano
they were at a
with, like,
steel meal.
the cup from McDonald's and fucking
No,
I've
Like,
seen.
how did
they
they do
smelted down.
Yeah, how do you capture it?
I don't
How do you
know.
capture lava?
Well,
As three
McDonald's
guys who
cup
have been
is-
on the floor is lava.
it's
Yeah.
a supersized McDonald's cup.
I've seen it where they have it in a jar for like 20 years and it doesn't
Yeah.
change shape at all.
Okay, well, there's a new video where
The
they,
molten lava or the McDonald's?
the
I'll
McDonald's.
show you the video afterwards. I don't know.
what an just the most perfect question to that. Where did they get the lava?
They smelled it.
You guys are from the floor is lava.
I know.
How do
I
you
know.
guys not think of this?
I didn't know where they sourced it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only been
I-
in it.
I saw a video where Doritos are like extremely flammable. Any Dorito you can literally just light on fire and it's not going to get put out.
You know what would be cool if the floor is lava was actually dangerous?
Yeah.
If we
Like
actually
people just died.
We
Yeah.
were just dead.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
There were a
and
lot
if
of
you're
people
the
that-
survivor, you get all the money.
That's kind of sick. We would lose immediately.
You think so?
we lost twice.
Just
so
based
yeah.
on our previous experience getting destroyed on the show.
Who would be most likely to make it through?
Me.
I was out first both times, so I'm going to say not me. I took the biggest risks as well, but not me probably. I would let them go first. I'd let them figure
Is
it
that
out.
why you fell? Because you went first?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do a live recording and break down.
No one cares.
I need to watch, honestly. Yeah, no one cares. But
No one.
I need to see the episode.
Yeah, if you're
Actual
gonna do it,
lava.
be like
Just so I can
Stones
point and laugh.
or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good.
Yeah, it's
Especially because we're.
mindless entertainment.
The one girl described us on the show as twat shriveling. And it was probably my favorite description anybody's
was.
ever given of us.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was twat shriveling.
Have you had any like?
It's my father.
Is there been any like comments that have like really stuck with you in the comments?
But the thing is that the internet is so mean
Yeah.
that at this point, nothing is new.
Yeah.
People say the most outrageous thing, or even in the DMs, they'll
Yeah.
say horrible things, and I'm like, ugh, try harder.
Well, you
You
also-
know, and it'll be the meanest thing you could possibly say about someone, and I'll just be like, that wasn't mean enough to affect me.
Yeah. And then you cry about it.
Yeah,
later.
yeah. It'll be like, you dumb cunt, women aren't funny, like you should kill yourself. Oh, and I'll just be like, you know, whatever.
Well, especially coming from like.
Yeah,
doing-
I've seen this 10 times today, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and you did roast battle, so it's like
You know
this
what's-
is nothing.
It's crazy because I haven't done roast battle in so long.
You're not missing
but
much anymore.
It used to send me into fight or flight. Like,
Sure.
I mean, essentially that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
But now when I watch roasts on like Instagram or whatever, it actually makes me so upset.
Really,
Well, I'm just like, oh fuck, it's harsh.
it is.
It's harsh. You have to really have a stomach for it.
I watch them now, and I'm like, I'm like, it doesn't hit as strong as it did in the past. Now, like everybody's doing it, so I'm like, oh, this is just like normal.
Yeah.
So it's like now it doesn't seem as vicious as it used to be.
They're like formulaic now.
Yeah, it's like almost
Yeah.
too like now it's just like I just see it and it's like writing, and I'm like, oh, that's a good joke. I don't like I see what you did, but I
Yeah.
don't like.
The whole battle's like a Mad Libs at this point.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Can I read a message that I got that I thought was funny?
Okay.
This
Wait,
was
mean or funny?
Both. Well, it wasn't mean, but it made
Pop
me laugh.
off.
We've gotten some good ones.
This is from Brian. Hey, Brian. He had no post but 410 followers. He goes, "Hi. So your friend told me you're uncut and that it's always smelly and cheesy. So I thought I'd ask if I can suck it clean off your schlong." With the emoji is a tongue out.
That actually made me nauseous.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Are you uncut?
No, that's where he was. I immediately
That's
knew
where he lost you.
Yeah, I was like, "You're wrong. I am cut." But I was like,
well, he didn't say that he knew. He said he had heard. It was secondhand. He didn't know
Do you
for
guys
sure.
kind of miss your foreskins? Like, do you wish you could have it back?
You know, there are. I've seen videos of like foreskin advocates. Like, there's dudes that are like,
Oh, those guys are fucking idiots. So stupid.
They're like, I got my foreskin ripped away from me when I was a baby, and
They're
now I
like
want
pissed about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, apparently it's supposed to make it more sensitive. I could be wrong. I
Yeah.
don't know.
But if you don't have it, how do you know?
Exactly.
Like,
And also, like, guys already come pretty quickly. I don't know what being more sensitive is going to do. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's like,
And how tiny is your dick that you're like, well, they cut off too much of it?
"It's not cutting off your dick. It's cutting."
It's
I
kind
know,
of like
but-
wearing a hat where guys are like, no, see, I'm 5'8".
Yeah,
And you're like, take the hat off. Yeah,
it's like our
that's
version.
all we know.
It's like our version of hat fishing. We're not.
Yeah.
It's the true colors are showing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you encountered any in the wild?
Yeah. Actually, the
What,
first
both?
guy I ever dated was uncut.
Is it more terrifying when you? See
It's just
the-
confusing.
Okay.
Because if you're only used to cut, you're just like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Is there something I should know? Is this a disease? Is this...
Yeah.
And I was super uneducated, obviously. But then when we got down to it, I was like, is this like a sweater? Like you take it off,
Yeah.
you put it back on.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I was like, oh, his dick has an accessory. You know?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is like the fall winter dick.
Yeah.
The spring summer edition is usually the cut one. Yeah, we figured it out.
Yeah. You have to.
It's not a big deal at all.
No, it's
It's
not.
just confusing when you don't know what it is happening.
That's what I've always said about the clit. It's confusing. I don't know where it is. I've tried to find it
Neither do I, honestly.
on a
Yeah.
lot of them. Still searching. But
There's a reason he hasn't had a girlfriend in a while.
Yeah.
That's
Checking out.
is there? I don't think there's a guy equivalent or a girl equivalent to getting circumcised. Is there?
I
I don't know if you
It's
know
called
this.
genital mutilation.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, how about you go to like Africa or something,
lightly.
dude? Jesus Christ.
Not
Probably
that
like
extreme, you
probably like shaving off some of the labia.
A labiaplasty?
What?
I'm not.
We
He's
fly
saying
all
what's
over
the
place.
equivalent of a circumcision?
If we could cut
well-
anything, I would say this from the podcast.
Probably.
I was gonna say like some girls get their ears pierced really young, and then they might go, "Oh, I don't want to get my ears pierced that when I'm that young." But
That's not the same as your.
no, I know. That's I was trying to find a middle ground.
That's
on
not a
this.
middle ground. That's a nothing ground.
Well, then
That's
hey,
an irrelevant ground.
I tried.
You
You
also
tried.
don't have a lot of. It's not like very sensitive on your lobe. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of tried on that.
Yeah, that was terrible.
The attempts are all that matter.
Way to bring the mood down, really.
Really did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God.
Go back to your fucking foreskin talk, then, Leah. Bring
I
it
don't
back
think I
in.
brought the foreskin up.
No,
You did bring it up.
I don't think I did.
I brought up the message,
I
and
did.
then you
I did.
asked about our.
He brought up the foreskin.
That's true. Brian
and I
asked
just
about
asked a follow-up question.
Yeah, no, you
Ryan,
did
Look,
nothing
Alex
wrong.
was just talking about wholesome stuff like fucking John Hamm's penis. All right.
A lot of cock talk.
Yeah.
Well, no. Then you kind of talked about how you couldn't find a clit, and you've never seen one before. And
Well,
if it was in a
that's
police
sarcasm.
lineup, you wouldn't be able
My
to
favorite
identify-
thing is when men really think they're like crushing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you are in the crevice between my thigh and my vagina.
I
like,
mean,
and I just don't want to say anything because it's too funny. You know,
Well-
I'm just like, this is awkward. Yeah,
Yeah.
go on.
Well, you're
Well, it's an
in a
honest
hazmat
mistake.
suit, so
fair enough.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's one of those. That is one of those things. Like if you're having sex and like it's just quiet on both ends, it's like all right, someone needs to talk and like communicate if there's something going right or wrong. Otherwise, it's just like, all right, just silent. We're just feeling it out, hoping the noises are the right ones. It's just weird, you know.
Should we keep it moving or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like this. Yeah, just like
saying.
that. You
I
never.
feel like that's pretty bad, though. How do you can't? It's hard to miss that bad.
No, it's like when you're like heavy petting before there's under the.
Oh yeah,
You know, when you're like trying to figure things out and you're just like, oh, are we doing this?
You're trying to
Yeah.
figure it out through the denim. you know?
Yeah. And you're
Yeah.
just like, that's so far away from anything.
when you're in the like scooping out the pumpkin phase, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh wow, scooping out the pumpkin.
The fuck? With the mud butt. Scooping out the pumpkin. That's. I can't
That's a
think
new
of,
one.
Yeah, I
What
can't
in
think
the
of
fuck?
a less
Halloween.
flattering way to describe.
Yeah, for me, it's more like getting hand sanitizer out.
There you go.
Oh, you know, like
Yeah. Out of the tap.
Scooping the pumpkin.
scooping the pumpkin is so odd, but I guess it is a very October reference.
Sure, yeah.
It's
It
for
is
the
pumpkin
Well, yeah.
season. So.
Yeah, we'll give you that. We'll give you that.
pumpkin spice. Yeah.
Yeah.
points for festivity.
Oh, but I thought you had to ask her something. You wanted to ask her something before the podcast. I thought you had something written down.
I did have a question.
I told you to write it down because I knew you were going to forget.
You forgot.
It's something about married life.
Oh,
Go
no,
on.
it might have been about crypto. Because she participated in the FTX.
Yeah, you were.
Wait. Don't put me and FTX in the same
I
sentence.
thought
No,
you.
she
I
said
thought,
NFT.
No,
she
she
did
was
Not all Jews are involved. Go ahead.
No, it was. My question was marriage related.
all right, well, fucking ask her.
I think I kind of asked it, but yeah. What do you think the future of NFTs are now that shit's gone?
Now that you're married, yeah.
Yeah, let's combine the questions. Are you still like super involved in it or no?
No, my portfolio is like basically to zero.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, I've got a lot of money in crypto, but NFTs are.
Shit.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are just trying to convince themselves it'll come back because
No.
everyone has spent so much money and time invested into it, but it just seems like a long shot.
I mean,
I
nowadays.
think the technology is great, and I
Yeah.
think that that's what people are more keen to do, and I think more rewards programs are the way that people are leaning, but like the actual selling this photo as a piece of art for $100,000 for $1 million, like they're going to be the people who are gung-ho, and that is such a small minority of people.
Yeah.
I really like when there's a good scam, like just a smash
Oh,
and
I
grab.
love a good pyramid scheme.
It's
Yes.
just a smash and grab where like, hey, this is gonna be the next big thing, and then it's like
The pump
everybody-
and dump?
The
Oof.
pump and dump. It's the best. It's the best, and there's so many of them. It's like I want to be on the forefront of the next one. I don't know what it's gonna be.
You can respect it.
I
You know,
respect
you
it. I'm
know
like-
it's a
I'm like,
scam.
I know what you did. It was brilliant. Yeah,
I love shitcoins. That's why I do shitcoins.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
literally trading in my car right before I got here.
smart.
Yeah.
What's a good shit coin that you like right now?
I don't want to say because I don't want anyone to take anything I say as financial advice.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I'll say it. I think you guys should invest in VeChain because that's the one I put money into 7 years ago, and it's
Yeah.
sponsored by the UFC now. So you should
There-
buy VeChain.
There are UFC
So I
sponsors.
can.
How much money do you have in it?
Not that much.
3K?
Take it out, get your hair plugged.
400,000.
You could get a hair
that's not a
transplant.
bad
with it.
idea.
It's not a bad thing.
The nice thing is,
You're like, wait, never mind. Don't invest in VJ.
I completely forgot we had that $3,000 in there. That
You
could
had
be,
three.
Do
that's
you
a-
guys share money?
No, this was
I have
my
five,
college
I think.
buddy. My college buddy, who was right on a lot of things, and I said, like for example, I think it was 2012. I was a sophomore, junior, and he's like, "Hey man, I've been thinking about investing in this app," and he's like, "I'm like, oh, what's it called?" It's like Uber. They like do right. I'm like, that's dumb as fuck. Why would you do that? There's taxis.
Oof.
And then sure enough, and also he used to gamble with Bitcoin in like 2013. He would like the one. I think it was one of the sites was like Bovada or something where he
Okay.
would gamble. You couldn't use dollars. You had to like exchange it for some either like foreign currency or like crypto.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin was the only one. So he would gamble with like 200 Bitcoin a thing. And like, yeah, now obviously it's worth a ton, but I don't think he still has any of it.
I always love that story of the guy who spent like 32 Bitcoin on a pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
gonna mention
God.
that, yeah.
Devastating.
Suck.
Yeah.
That is the most expensive pizza
Ever.
known to man.
So he was right about a lot of things. So
Yeah.
when he proposed the VeChain, he's like, yeah, if we come together and make a node, we'll get like extra VeChain. And it was smart. We actually, if we sold it at the right time, we would have made a lot of money. But
doing the math on how much my VeChain is
it's probably not worth a lot now.
You know,
I like to buy at the top, sell at the bottom. Really, that's
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
my
yeah.
strategy.
Nice.
You know, if
Well,
you
we'll
would have
see.
looked, if some stranger would have walked in and looked, they would be like, "This is definitely guys that are going to talk about cryptocurrency." Everybody,
Oh, yeah, I love my invisible money.
It's only depreciated slightly in value over the, but it was pretty high there for a minute. I think I put in like 5 or 6, and it got up to like 35 at one point.
Ooh.
And then I was like, it's
you're
gonna
like-
keep going.
Yeah, that's what you always think. That's the trap. And now,
Yeah.
now that we're at 3K, how do we feel?
I started with 3K.
Honestly,
so
I
I'm
threw
back
the
at
money
3K.
away, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
to me.
exist to you anymore.
But I actually like that one for more than the crypto. I like it because they actually have a practical use.
oh, shut up.
This is
Oh, shut the
you don't
fuck
understand. The UFC sponsors them. Okay, they sponsor the UFC.
They sponsor the UFC.
up. Next, yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
It's
you
called a
can't,
slush fund. They have to get rid of their money somehow.
Well, that's
It's
how
called
art-
a scam.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
FTX sponsored a bunch of things. They sponsored the NFL
Yeah.
and the NBA. And guess
But
what?
I'm-
That didn't go very well.
But I'm in a node.
He's
it's a
Sam
collective.
Bankman-Fried is actually on trial today.
Oh, yeah, is he?
Nice.
Yeah,
I believe
he's
it.
testifying today.
Well, I mean,
that guy should
Who's
immediately be
testifying
thrown.
today?
the guy
Sam
who
Bankman-Fried, the guy who
Oh, yeah.
ran FTX.
started the
FTX, yeah.
FTX.
He should immediately be thrown in jail. He won't be because he's tied in with every politician or whatever, but he for sure should
I
be
mean,
in jail.
if Hunter Biden's not in jail, I don't think Sam Bankman-Fried's going to jail.
That's also fair. But, his dad's president, Sam Friedman, whatever, is not.
No, there is definitely some big time. There's, I think
He
his
gave to
parents-
both political parties a lot of money.
Which is smart. If you're going to be corrupt, you
if
have
you're,
to do
if
it
you're
to
gonna
both.
maybe go to prison,
Yes.
yeah, line the pockets of
Yes.
both parties.
Everybody.
Yeah.
cozy up to everybody. Smart.
That is the smart move. If you're going to be a scumbag, because you don't. Either way, whoever gets in next, you could be safe.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. If I'm going to be, dude, I wish I could be like
that
that.
was-
Yeah, we wish we had money.
I wish. Well, yeah,
so that we
too.
could be scumbags.
I wish I
Yeah.
could get money and then
I want to be a scumbag.
I want to be a
so bad.
scumbag so bad.
But do you know how we get money? Invest in
Fuck
V
bitches,
Chain.
get
Get
up.
that shit. Get it up.
This is not financial advice.
If you want to
Bill.
join the node,
You guys
Let
should
us
say
know.
that.
yeah.
What I was going
Why?
to ask you is, did you get married here or in England?
Your timing is
Pivot.
shit.
No, actually,
well, I didn't want
want
to talk about crypto. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'm not in crypto.
No, all the
He just
women who
missed
were
it.
listening turned it off by now. You lost them at the pumpkin grabbing.
Yeah.
Pumpkin scooping.
Pumpkin scooping.
scooping the
It's the
pumpkin.
word scoop that's the problem.
Scoop.
To be
I'm
fair.
gonna scoop.
Also, if you put all five
Scoop,
fingers in
there
a
it
woman,
is.
I'm so confused by how you.
I don't think
okay,
this is her tit.
that's
do-
even worse.
yeah, I do the
What is it?
under-
A pancake? How old is this woman that you were with? Is she 95?
He doesn't
dangling
discriminate.
titty?
No. No, it's for the cooter.
Okay, what was your question?
Jesus Christ.
You were talking about having green card troubles. Did you get married out here or in England?
So we don't have trouble. It just takes so long.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd think that because he's in the UK, they'd be like, oh, whatever. It's not. It's an English-speaking country. It shouldn't be an issue,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. So we got married in Northeast Florida. Not to brag.
Nice.
At a courthouse. Nothing says romance like putting your wedding ring through a metal detector. Yo, there is this woman named Tiffany who was the clerk. Tiffany with an I. She had
Classy.
never done a wedding before, and she was shaking like a leaf. But I was like, bitch, this is 2 minutes long. Let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
Yep.
She's like, and do you? I'm like, oh, fucking just get on stage and then shake like a
yeah.
leaf. It was, I had to like tell people in the background to quiet down. They were having a land dispute. I was like, sorry, we're getting married. Could you like turn it down?
Yeah, there's like a
Land
divorce
dispute.
court going on.
Literally.
Yeah.
It was just us. I was wearing a Christmas tree skirt from TJ Maxx as a shawl.
Sick.
It was, very Florida wedding.
Sure.
So then we've been married for almost a year now.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you. I've spent a lot of time in England. I was just there for 4 months. I was doing shows like every night there, which
Oh,
is
nice.
great. The thing about England, though, is that, again, just because we speak the same language, it doesn't mean we speak the same language. It's like it's a completely different culture.
Yeah.
So
What
I
are the
don't know any of the references. But people are bringing up the most famous people there, and I'm like, who?
Yeah.
And vice
Yeah.
versa. And so I really had to kind of get a feel for just the lay of the land, so that because it's hard. I think when you go on stage and you're an American, there's a pushback from the audience immediately. So you kind of have to figure out a way to
Well,
win
because
them
we're
over.
better than them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's weird because like for them, I think an American bringing comedy to the UK
Yeah.
is like bringing cocaine to Colombia. It's like I think we
That's
know
true.
who does it better.
Yeah.
I will say the British are very they can take a joke.
They just invented comedy before us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we take all of their shows and make them American shows.
That is also true.
Isn't stand-up comedy an American thing, though? That's like our thing that we...
I don't know. I just-
Blimey, Jeff, how dare you fucking say that about our culture?
No, they suck at comedy, dude. They're fucking losers. They blow.
I don't
Terrible.
know. Basically, I just had to figure it out.
Sure.
And then when it was figured out, it was great. But I was getting a lot of stage time there, which was awesome.
And then now you've come back to LA, and it's about like one set every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to kill myself.
The comedy
It's,
wasteland.
it's terrible here.
It's, you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
Well,
I-
she's an icon.
It's fine for me. I'm working, so like I'm fine.
Sure.
But I think it's definitely different here.
Yeah. This is if you're like just like usually like when people come and do comedy in LA, they had a place they started at.
Yeah.
If you're starting in LA, it's the fucking worst place to start.
Yeah, I can't believe I started here. It was such I moved from New York. I just had no idea I wanted to do stand-up. Not that New York is easier.
Well, you
but-
said you were an actress. You were doing
Yeah, I was doing acting.
a
mainly.
theater or
I was a trained theater actor, which was originally what I was doing. And then I started moving over into TV film. And so that's what I was doing when I was here. And then I met this casting director, and she was like, we talked for an hour. And I thought she was going to just suggest me to all these different like casting directors and producers and like an agent. And she was like, Leah, I just want to let you know, you're more funny, less pretty.
damn. I
And
mean, that's
I was
kinda-
like,
that's,
oh my God, you think I'm funny?
yeah.
And she was like, yeah, you should be doing stand-up. And I guess like at the time, 7 years ago when I started, there were fewer attractive women in comedy.
Yeah.
So I think she was like, you'll just stand out more here.
yeah.
It's quite the neg, though.
Oh, it's outrageous.
But it's also like, all right, I'll take it. Like,
Whatever, it's fine. I took her up on it, and then when I started comedy, I was like, oh, this makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more fun.
Yeah, I'm also like I'm more of like a cat. You know, I want to show up when I want to show up. I want to leave when I want to leave.
Well, I also don't like the fact that, like, with acting, it's like you're literally, it has to be, you're getting the approval of one specific person.
A lot.
Whereas, like, with stand up, it's like you can literally do your work,
Yeah.
like, you can tell when you're building your act.
Acting
and then
is
leave.
crazy
Yeah, acting
because
sucks.
there are thousands of submissions for one role.
Yeah.
I came back to LA like 2 months ago because I booked a commercial. It was for Verizon. They were looking
Oh, yeah, I saw
for
that on
an
your
up and coming
page.
stand up comedian. And I was in Slovenia. I was in fucking Slovenia. And I never auditioned for commercials anymore. I dropped my agency. I was just like, I'm not in town.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. And then they reached out to me. They're like, we're looking for someone. We think you'd be great for this. And I was like, whatever. I'll put it on a tape. I'll never get it. And then, of course, I booked it. I had to fly next day from Slovenia back to LA,
Oh, Jesus.
it's a 9-hour time difference.
Was it a national, though?
No.
For a national, absolutely worth it.
Yeah, no, it was like it's everything else, but
Okay. That's still pretty solid.
but still, it was like a really cool spot to do.
Verizon?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it's just like not as an actor, it's like as comedian Leah
yeah, it said
Lamarr.
stand up
Yeah.
comedian in there.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I thought someone saw it.
No, that's pretty
okay.
sweet.
It was fucking cool. It's cool.
it's also the cattle calls they do for, like, yeah, we need whatever, comedian or, like, middle-aged white guy, whatever it is. Some of the people that we've seen in auditions look more alike than we do.
Yeah.
That
Like, it's
can't
crazy.
be possible.
It is.
Oh,
it's
There's
wild.
been a couple where it's like, that looks more like me than Sean.
But okay, so the other thing is, it is a miracle when one person books something.
Yes.
Like
Yes, it
it's
is. Oh,
so
my God, yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
And so this weekend I came back to town because this weekend I'm shooting. I'm not a scab. It is SAG approved. Everything's
Commercials
fine.
are good.
Commercials are SAG
It's not a
approved right
commercial.
now.
It's a short film.
Oh, nice.
But I'm shooting this weekend, and I was helping them with casting for the role of my mother. And they're like, we really want it to be someone that you really feel like could actually be your mother. And they sent me the link, and I was just like, oh my God, there are so many people. I wanted to give up. I literally texted the casting director. I was like, how do you do this? I'm like, you don't just stop when you find like someone that might work.
Yeah.
You watch their whole tape.
Yep.
And I was like, there are so many people that could work. How could you even choose one? And my mind was just like blown by it. And then they ended up also casting like a 15-year-old version of me.
Oh.
And when I saw who they chose, I was like, the fuck? Wait, there's someone who literally looks just like me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Who's 15. And I was like, this is insane.
Yep.
But the thing was
That's
that
cool,
there were
though.
like hundreds of people they had to sift through
Yep.
that all kind of fit. And I was like, this is so fucking weird.
See, now for
Yeah.
auditions, like, if we'll usually get like twin or triplet ones, but if we do get the rare individual audition, which doesn't happen often, now I've just been like, I'll do the thing with whatever they ask, but then I'll just say some like wild ass shit. Because I'm like, at least maybe they'll think I'm funny.
Yeah.
And then they might just book me because they like me.
Right.
Because otherwise, like,
And how has that gone for you?
I'm over.
no solo careers over
so
here.
no
It's-
solo careers.
It's funny because I stopped booking commercials. I used to book commercials constantly, and I stopped booking them once I started doing stand-up. I felt like
Oh, interesting.
I just couldn't. I'm like, okay, this bullshit script. All right.
Yeah, I'm funnier than this shit.
Yeah, I'm like, this is what you guys are putting on TV. Ooh.
Yeah, once you started critiquing their work,
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
like, we don't
You're
want
like,
to work with you.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're like,
enough.
we'll work with the easy person.
we'll work with
That's
the
it.
one who's just
That's-
going to, a parrot that's just going to read the lines.
Yeah,
that's all,
that's all
we
they
need.
want.
Yeah, yeah.
Leah, thank you so much for coming on. That was already
It
an
went
hour.
quick. I know, it went
Sorry,
quick.
I had to segue out.
So
Did
much
you guys want to
talk
ask me
and
a
foreskin.
marriage question before we
I
go?
still forgot the question. I think I asked it, though.
Does your husband have foreskin?
If you want to go,
He left it in Ibiza.
I mean, you could. What is one tip of advice you would give for single guys
tip
trying to become a hubby?
Just a tip. Here's something I will say, and I do think you have to date intentionally. So if you actually want to have a partner, I think it's really important to say that.
Okay.
I think playing it cool is so shitty. I just think it's shitty, and I also
I'm just gonna go with the flow and maybe we'll get
I think
married.
like playing games is so fucking lame. Like I'll watch girls do this thing where like, oh, he texted me, I'm not gonna answer for 3 hours. I'm just like,
shit.
oh my god, this is what causes a toxic fight or flight, like cat and mouse game, and then the chase becomes a thing that you look for, and then you never actually get into a stable, healthy relationship, and you've just trained the other person to think that the chase is what everything is about.
Yeah.
And so when girls are like, I don't understand why it didn't work out. I'm like, I do, bitch. Like, I know exactly why it didn't work out. You created a dynamic. And it's not just one person. It's usually both sides that partake.
I was going to say, I usually wait 15 minutes in between texts, and if they talk about 2 things, I only respond to one of them.
Yeah, see, I think it's all
Hey,
done.
this is
Really?
so fucking...
What the? Are you
She
serious?
should have broken up with you way sooner. That's all I know. But yeah, it's also just...
Initially.
Stupid.
Not when I
Yeah.
get in. One a minute, then I respond to whatever.
I've been on the voice memo train. I think that's the way to do it.
I love that.
Because I'm like,
That's personal?
the sarcasm, like you can't get sarcasm just reading the text.
Okay.
Voice memo, you hear it, the tone's
Love
there,
it.
and it's like, oh, he took time out to do that. And it wasn't just like some shitty, I'm on a toilet taking a shit. I might still be on a toilet taking a shit while I give you a voice memo, but at least then. Yeah. But at least then it's like, okay, I took time out of my day to like, and girls will listen to it much faster than they will if they just respond to the text.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Because they're so much more curious.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
I usually just say send pics. That's all I say to that. I just say send pics.
You are the most direct one. Yeah, he sends a voice note and then says, send pics
Yeah,
in
that's
it.
it.
Yeah.
I say it in the voice. I'm like,
only bad
hey,
thing-
by the way, I'm having a rough day. Could you maybe send some cleavage? Like,
The only bad thing with the voice
I'm gonna leave some for the imagination. Yeah.
the voice memo is tough just because you have to like if you're out somewhere you can't like listen to the voice memo really. That's
Girls
my
have
only-
AirPods. That's the other thing is like when girls like I have to wait this long. I'm like I know you're on your phone all the time. I know you can respond immediately if you wanted to, but like girls will compartmentalize where like oh this person's a priority. I'll respond to them. Oh okay I'll talk to them 3 hours later. I don't really. It's like whatever.
Or if you're too much of a priority, they won't respond to you.
Exactly.
It's a whole mind fuck.
it's so
With
dumb.
my
I hate
husband, I would double, triple text. I'd be like, hello, beep, beep, it's me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Answer your phone. Like, I don't care. I'd
You
call
got-
him.
You got the rock. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, we got there.
You got the rock.
Yeah, I think just if you are going, if you're meant to be with something or someone, I don't know. Some people here like to date couches or whatever. In LA, you just I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you're meant to be with someone, nothing will keep you apart.
Yeah.
And if you're not meant to be with something, nothing will keep you together.
That's very insightful. That was
wise.
wisdom. Wise wisdom at the
Thank
end
you.
there.
And also, what the fuck do I know?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
More than most.
Yeah, I
That's
met
the
my
thing.
husband in a nightclub in Spain.
I was
so
gonna say
again,
that's the message of Ibiza right there.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Listen, we got pumpkin scoopers over here, so
yeah. When my husband met me, the first question he asked me is what I did for charity.
oh,
I was like, bald men?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not
but,
funny.
Well, you
too
guys
real.
aren't bald anymore.
No,
that's
it's
true.
bald
We
head.
were bald.
I was standing up
And if you take that money out of V-Chain, you might actually have some more hair over there.
It's true.
What
No,
I
I'm
do-
keeping it
What
in.
do you do for charity?
I was
Oh,
like, fuck, for other people? I'm like, you know I live in LA, right?
Yeah, truly.
Smile at a homeless guy? I won't give him money, but I'll be
Ugh,
like,
yikes.
I acknowledge your existence. I'm not going to give you anything, but you're there.
Let's end the podcast.
Yeah, Leah, plug your stuff real quick.
Okay, you can
Where
find
can
me
they-
on Instagram, Leah Lamarr, LeahLamarr. I post all my show dates there, or my website, leahlamar.com, or my TikTok, Leah Lamarr with 5 R's, don't ask questions. And I think that sums it up.
Jeffy.
Huntsville, Alabama, and Virginia Beach. Jeff Zinasek. Check me out online.
Sick. Obviously, follow us at Virzi Triplets on everything.
I think Eureka.
We got Eureka with Jeff. He didn't plug the date. Eureka
thanks, Jeff, for
Brewing
not plugging
Company.
I don't know when that is, so
November 17th at Thousand Oaks will be at Eureka Brewing Company. We'll have some
More
extra
shows to come.
shows coming up. Find them online on Instagram and all that stuff. Leah, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank
Thank
Later.
you guys. Bye. I just got a text message from the RFK campaign.